Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 4 here, this time for a little bit of a different video. Obviously in real life today is the finale for the NASCAR Cup Series at Homestead, Miami. We're doing a last to first challenge with the driver that I think is going to win the championship. Obviously the challenge is to finish first here at Homestead, Miami, but will we finish first? Probably not. It'll certainly be tough to do. Obviously Miami, we're probably going to hit the wall a few times running up at the top, so that will put us back, but running on times one tire wear and fuel just to make it a really straightforward race for us here, as obviously it's not necessarily fully a last to first challenge because a couple drivers get sent to the back, but either way, still we consider it the last to first challenge as we get going here in Miami. Like I said, I went with the driver that I'm choosing for the championship battle here today at Homestead, Miami. Recording this actually on Saturday. Tyler Reddick just won the Xfinity Series Championship, so unfortunately I didn't get to see that race. I just got home from work as that was ending, but I saw Reddick won when I turned on the TV, so congratulations to him. That's 2 in a row. Obviously now he's going to the Cup Series for RCR in the 8 car, I think it is, or whatever, next season. So very good for Tyler Reddick, and obviously, like I said, my pick here for the Cup Series is Denny Hamlin. There's, you see me running up on this top lane early on here in Miami. A lot of multi-groove racing there was here early on now as I was coming through, getting into the back of the 52 actually of Cody Ware, putting a little bit of damage there on that front bumper, but it didn't really impact us too much as we went down through turns 1 and turns 2, getting into some 4-wide action there with Brendan Gaughan, Landon Castle, as well as a Championship 4 contender of Kevin Harvick, who started at the back of the field with us as we would continue to move our way forwards towards the top 20 position now. But yeah, I think Denny Hamlin has had an incredible season here, and I think that really this could be one of his final chances to win a championship in the NASCAR Cup Series, and certainly would love to see him win. He's always been in my top 3 to 5 favorite drivers. He used to be my second favorite driver way back in like 2009-ish area, back obviously when Jeff Gordon was my favorite at that time. But here you see now on this final lap here in the first stage out of turns 4. This is still barely long enough to have 3 stages in this race, but we get P14 here in stage 1, obviously setting us up half decently for the start of the second stage. Is Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr., the first 2 runners there in the final 4 right now, as we obviously did not have to pit between the stages. But Denny Hamlin could be, or is the only driver in the Final 4 that does not have a championship here in the Cup Series. Obviously, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., and Kevin Harvick all have won championship. All of them, I think, yeah, all of them have won it since 2014, since the playoff system came into effect here in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, as we went down towards turns 1, getting to the outside there, Chase Elliott now as he came through the center of the corner, 3 wide with him, and Jimmy Johnson there as we came out of turn 2, actually getting sideways, making some contact there as we went down the back straightaway, but thankfully we held onto it there. As you see us battling with Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin. Jimmy Johnson had a championship battle in 2010, and it came down to this race here at Homestead, Miami. You see me getting into the wall. Obviously, Hamlin in that race actually spun out within the first, I think, 35-40 laps or so in that race, and it was not a great race for Hamlin. When Johnson, I think he finished up towards the top 5, maybe somewhere in that area. I think he might have been like 6th or something. I can't fully remember. Maybe he was even 2nd, but I know he didn't win that race, but obviously he did good enough to win the championship that year. So that was really Hamlin's closest chance at winning a championship. Obviously, 2014, he made the Final 4. He ran good. He had a shot, but he didn't quite pull it off. Now, I remember hearing that strategy with the pit calls definitely was a bit of an impact there towards the end of that race. Now, as you see me coming through here towards the midway point of the second stage, continuing to move our way forwards now as we came to still running P9 as we came through turns 3 and turns 4 now on lap 8 of 10, but we actually got into the outside wall as I came through turns 4, and that was a bit of a halt to our progress because now Kurt Busch goes past, and so does the 7-time champion of Jimmy Johnson, who is unfortunately for Jimmy Johnson, he's probably going to go 2 full seasons without a win today here at Homestead, Miami, which is very unfortunate for him. I never thought I would see the day where Jimmy Johnson would go more than 1 season without a win, but here we are on the verge of him going 2 as we would get P11 here in the second stage. So the last first challenge not going so great for us right now, but we still got 1 more stage to try and work our way forwards here at Homestead, Miami. Obviously, no need for a pit stop here as we get ready to go green here for the 3rd and final stage. but as I was saying, certainly still feel bad for Jimmy Johnson. He's just not been at that prime performance like he used to have. And like I said, I never thought I would see the day where he would go more than one whole season without a victory. I remember obviously being a Jeff Gordon fan and going through, at least after kind of the 2008 season when that started, that was just kind of the start of his almost a bit of a downfall as his struggles started, and he had a lot of bad luck in those years. And really, the 2008 season was kind of when I was just coming into NASCAR myself. I was only 8 years old, obviously, in the 2008 season, so it was certainly, I came in to become a NASCAR fan and a Jeff Gordon fan as he started to have some of his struggles, but unfortunately, like I said, I never thought we would see Jimmy Johnson actually have worse struggles than Jeff Gordon, because it got pretty bad for the 24 of Jeff Gordon, unfortunately for him, but he obviously still went out quite a bit on top of his career, and I hope to see Jimmy Johnson do the same. Obviously, Johnson didn't make the playoffs this year in real life, but I think next year maybe we could see him back up there. He had a lot of bad luck towards the end of the regular season where he got dumped by Ryan Blaney at Watkins Glen. In my opinion, that was 100% on Ryan Blaney. But now we came through on lap 32, though, of 37 as we went down towards turn 3. You see me making some passes as we had actually struggled to get up towards the guys running in front of us. Truex, at this point, was leading the championship 4 battle. We were battling here with Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman within the final now 5 laps of this the first challenge here at Homestead, Miami. So we went down towards turns 1 and turns 2. The inside line was working pretty decently, but the outside line was so much more overpowered for myself, at least, as we came through out of turns 2. Still battling with the 42 of Larson, but we would actually be able to come through and cut to the inside of Alex Bowman as we give him a little bit of a shot to the bumper as we go down towards turn 3. But thankfully, we would be able to get ahead of the 88 of Alex Bowman there on the entrance of the corner, but we slide up, and now both of them get to our inside as we exit turn 4 as we head down that front straightaway. But we would actually get ahead of Bowman and still be battling with Larson, but we would also now be battling with him and Clint Boyer as we go 3 wide on the exit of turn 4, side by side with both of them as we go down this front straightaway. A little bit of contact with the 42 of Larson as we hit just 3 to go at this point, knowing now that we've been battling with these guys so much, we would need a caution if we wanted to have a chance here to get up front, as we're still 3 wide through turns 1 and turns 2, but myself and Larson get clear of Boyer, and I would also be able to get clear of Kyle Larson. And unfortunately, though, we were coming to the white flag at this point. Truex leading the final 4, Kyle Busch second, myself third as Denny Hamlin, and then Kevin Harvick behind us in that 4th place for the final 4. Daniel Suarez up ahead in that 2nd position. Obviously, right now he's out of a ride. Unfortunately, as you guys know, he is tied for my favorite driver with the 42 of Kyle Larson. So hopefully Suarez can at least get a good Xfinity ride next season as we exit turns 2, heading down this max straightaway. Martin Truex Jr., he's obviously going for championship number 2 this weekend here at Homestead, Miami. And as the game predicts, it looks like he might be the champion. Now it's actually Suarez. Looks to the inside of Truex as they were coming through turns 3 and turns 4. And on the exit of turn 4, Daniel Suarez would take the lead. And Daniel Suarez comes through to win in Miami. Truex, though, the champion, as we would go 4th here in the last of first challenge as Denny Hamlin. But Suarez wins it, which is awesome. And obviously, I would like to continue this last of first challenge next season. I didn't do it very much this season, but I want to get doing it more consistently. But that will do it for this one. That's my champion pick. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.